Friends, today I am going to talk to you about our brother turned foe. Who is that? Of course, Pakistan. As you all would have been hearing a lot of information and news about Pakistan, Pakistan today is going through troubled waters and the crisis is every day turning into new forms. I would like to discuss about Pakistan in this episode, and I would like to cover Pakistan in three category of informations to you. I would like to say firstly the economic condition of Pakistan, because today it's a failed nation. It is going in the Sri Lanka way, going to be bankrupt probably very soon if it is not been salvaged by vested interested other countries and of course IMF. And the political turmoil which is happening, that is another major issue we would discuss today. And also the military aspect of the whole problems and the geopolitical situation, which is mostly controlled by the military of Pakistan. So friends, let's first talk about the economic condition of Pakistan. You all are probably knowing that Pakistan is going through a very bad economic crisis. The inflation is almost 30 plus. The petrol prices have gone 3 times. There is an acute shortage of food because most of the food in Pakistan is imported from other countries. And the worst scenario would be the foreign reserve for every kind of imports which has to happen in the coming days is very depleted. It is just able to cover 3 weeks right now. And that is a very, very precarious situation if you could see that. They have just about $3.5 billion as foreign reserve as of now. And IMF loan is still a dream, which a dream come true probably in the very coming days. But IMF is insisting that they should have a minimum foreign reserve to sustain till July, which means around $7 billion. Right now, Pakistan is struggling to get that kind of foreign reserve. They have been asking around, rather begging around in Saudi, going to Iran, and of course China, the proverbial partner come boss. They're going to China also, and China has been helping them with some aid in the last few days, and still they have not tidied off the problems which is there. Now, that is one aspect of the whole Pakistan story. Right now, you also must be knowing that in the last 4 months back, there was a very bad flood. 1/7 of the Pakistan has gone underwater. Lot of money, lot of the economy has been also been ruined. Lakhs of people have become homeless. That was one of the starting points. Now, how come Pakistan has reached such a poor state of economic situation, going the Sri Lanka way? There is a very major reason. The reason is mostly attributable to Imran Khan's previous government, because Imran Khan suddenly changed the foreign policy towards other countries. He has become an anti-Western person as such, and he has developed a kind of anti-Western policy, especially anti-US policy. And because he started blaming the army as well as the US that they are conniving, they are conspiring to oust him. Along with that, Americans also got lost interest a little bit in the Afghan affairs, as you are aware, because they pulled out from Afghanistan and the Taliban came back after 20 years of in the wilderness. And this is another reason, because for all the operations which Americans have been doing, Pakistan was an ally. Without Pakistan, they wouldn't have even started the whole process and the whole annexation of Afghanistan. And Pakistan was a major hand of US in the area. Now, with the reduced interest in the Afghanistan and with the kind of anti-US policy of the former Imran Khan's government, Americans also started depleting their funds towards Pakistan, because Pakistan was heavily debted to US. But once this fund flow has been depleted, that has started affecting the economy. And that's the time Pakistan has gone to China. And China has now become the new savior of Pakistan, which is also not a very good thing happening as a geopolitical issue for India also. In this kind of murky situation is the political drama has started unveiling. So in this new political drama, as you all would have heard in the news, that Imran Khan was arrested while he was in the High Court of Islamabad and by the Rangers. And earlier, the High Court was not really putting up a protest for that, but later Supreme Court has come up to say that it's an illegal action by the government and he had been ordered to be released. And also, the Supreme Court had come up with a blanket protective bail of next 2 weeks, so that nobody can arrest Imran Khan as of now. So there is so many undercurrents happening in the politics of Pakistan, because the major players there who are holding the power of Pakistan, as you all are aware, that is firstly the coalition government, but it is not as powerful of the army who is controlling them, and the judiciary, which is basically the Supreme Court of Pakistan, and the election commission. So they are all actors in the same play, and there is a kudita going to happen. There is an unholy alliance, that's a nexus happening between all these power centers in Pakistan. That is a whole beauty of this game. Now, Pakistan, as you are all aware, is right now going through this turmoil of political instability. PTI government, which was run by Imran Khan, has been dismissed, and you all know the coalition government had come with the support of army, and Shehbaz Khan was heading this government, but it was kind of temporary government. But the worry of the army as well as this coalition government is that Imran Khan is a most popular politician today in Pakistan. The street, he got a control over the streets. He got a control of the common people. This is a major worry for the coalition government as well as all the other opposition politicians. Of course, army is also equally worried, because Imran Khan is playing a game which is arousing the sentiments of the common people against the armed forces. And it is happening very, very rarely in Pakistan, because no politician had the guts to question the army, especially the army chief, and especially also the ISI in front of everybody or in publicly. No politician had the guts to do so. The only politician probably earlier had the guts to do was Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, and you know what has the fate happened to him. And he was assassinated by forging certain allegations against him of corruption, and he was hanged by Zia-ul Haq, again unquestioned supremo or the dictator of army, and he ruled the roost in Pakistan for a long time. So maybe if you look at the whole history of Pakistan, Nobody had the guts. In fact, Imran Khan probably would be the only politician who had the guts to openly challenge the army and also had the guts to stand in front of the army and say that if he comes back, he would not allow the army to take control of the political situation in the country. Now, Chief of the Army Staff, General Azim Munir, he also is right now not in favor of Imran Khan, as you are all aware of. And this coalition government has got a very important support from the army, and General Munir, he is also a worried man today, because if Imran Khan comes back to power, his head is going to roll. There is no doubt about it. Hence, all this political drama is turning an ugly turn. Now, if you look at the political situation right now happening there, you would have seen that immediately after the arrest of Imran Khan, the public came out in huge numbers and a very unprecedented attack happened on the general headquarters in Rawalpindi of the armed forces, which is, nobody could have imagined such a kind of thing could happen in Pakistan when the almighty army has been a dreaded military force which people had never had the guts to even look at. Not only that, the Lahore Corps Commander's house have been ransacked, burned. Qatar Corps Commander's house has been ransacked and burned. And as the world looked over, a surprising, unprecedented again, and unexpected response happened from the army, which has actually devalued the pride and prestige of army. There was no attack, there was no resistance, there was no protection also given to the Corps Commander's residence, and the family had to run away from behind. They destroyed the complete house and burned it, and that was a very bad thing happened. Now, what probably could have happened? Why can't the army at least do a self-defense operation? So there are a lot of rumors right now, which you would be very interested to know probably, that there are a lot of rumors coming from the country that General Munir had ordered the Corps commanders to fire at the protesters and to protect the pride of army and to assassinate or rather massacre them. But it seems that there was a act of reluctance, or probably there is a rumor coming up that these Corps commanders, especially Lahore and Quetta Corps commanders, refused to take orders. So there is another rumor coming out, rather there are some videos are all circulating now, which certain army officers are also speaking in that. It says that when Corps commander, well, especially Lahore Corps commander, when his name is Lieutenant General Salman Faiz Khani. So when General Salman rung up the QRTs, that is a quick reaction force, which is generally there in a headquarter or generally there in a Corps commander's residence. There is the guards there. There is a huge army cantonment. It's a cantonment, so there's a whole huge army contingent always for the protection of a Corps commander. You can imagine the kind of power. And to his utter surprise and shock, nobody turned up. And in fact, certain officers even didn't take the phones. So he probably had to even run away from that scene, which is also being interpreted that this is also has been a conspiracy to probably even finish off the protesters, or rather the rebels in the armed forces, including very senior officers. So there are rumors, I am not saying, these are allegations coming out, counter allegations are also there, that probably there is a lot of discontentment in the armed forces also, the way Imran Khan has been right now treated. So that means there is pro-Imran Khan faction in the army is also trying to flex their muscles. So this is a very major concern in the armed forces, which has never happened before. This kind of kudita, this kind of conspiracy tales never came out about the army. So this is a very interesting role of things happening right now. Probably this is also is a reason for Imran Khan's protesters who could come and attack a corps commander's house. Can you imagine the residence of corps commander? People came in hundreds and started burning them. How can they do it when they have fear for their lives? Which also shows that there is some kind of conspiracy there, that these protesters have been assured that there won't be any resistance at that place and even in the general headquarters in Rawalpindi. So there is a kind of ambiguity. There is a mist in the whole affairs happening there right now in Pakistan. And this also points out that the future is very, very uncertain. It is very bleak and it is pretty murky. That is what I would like to say. Now, you will ask me this question: is Imran Khan is a savior of democracy or he is a paragon of democracy? I doubt. I don't feel so. Because if you remember, in 2018, when he came to power, a elected government of Nawaz Sharif has been disqualified by the Supreme Court, definitely with the connivance of army, because Nawaz was going pretty strong. He started coming out of the clutches of the army, which army never liked. So there was a kind of political turmoil, and through Supreme Court, of course, he has been disqualified. He has been shunted out. He left the country as an exile. And that is the reason how Imran Khan has came into power with a not a very, very great majority, but with the explicit support of the army. Right. General Bajwa was very close to him. They were hand in glove. But later stages, as again it happens, he fell apart with General Bajwa. And final drama, he had to also been ousted. And General Bajwa prevailed. Of course, he's been the chief. Now you see what happened afterwards once the coalition government has taken off. Now General Munir, that time Lieutenant General Munir, he was about to get retired just 2 days before General Bajwa's retirement day. So this is a very interesting thing. And what happened then? The government, they amended the rules accordingly so that his retirement date was delayed, and that is how General Azim Munir, took over as the army chief. Of course, he is not in the good books of Imran Khan, and he's also been blamed today for the assassination attack happened on Imran Khan while he was doing the election rallies, or rather propaganda rallies. Now, what is the whole scenario coming out to be? What could happen in the future days in Pakistan? Let's have a peep into that. Let's have a thought to this. If Imran Khan had to survive, he got only 3 options left with him. First option is he has to have an election in the coming days. Somehow he has to pull it out, maybe with the help of Supreme Court. Some judges, especially there is a rumor that Chief Justice of Pakistan, he is in favor of Imran Khan. Maybe, of course, he is also seeing his future. But there are other judges who are not in favor also. So there is a split in equations. So the first probable way of survival for Imran Khan would be he should be having an election as soon as possible in Pakistan, which will give him full majority as of now, because he is a very, very popular leader today, which no other opposition leaders enjoy this kind of privilege right now. So this is a very important aspect which we need to understand. And however, the opposition leaders and the coalition government which is there right now, along with the complete army's full backup from them, are bent upon disqualifying Imran Khan from the coming elections, because if he get disqualified for holding any public posts or public appointments, definitely he cannot stand for the election. His candidature is forfeited. So this is probably is the game plan of the opposition leaders as well as game plan of the present government along with the army. There are more than 120 cases registered against Imran Khan from 2018 onwards. And right now he has been arrested by the National Accountability Bureau. He is on a very major case, which is a very major corruption case. So this is also a major issue right now we need to understand. And this corruption case is about a Al-Qadir trust case, where he has been alleged to have siphoned off around $190 billion of the government exchequer's money. So there is a major, conspiracy there. There is a major bribery there. So the whole story is different. If I have to speak about this particular case, it will take another episode. So I will take it subsequently. So this case is being heard right now. Now, the second option for Imran Khan would be somehow stage manage or conjure up a military coup in the Pakistan army, because there are a lot of fissures right now being visible right now. So if a military coup is possible by certain corps commanders who are pro Imran, they maneuver to take over the army with a martial law to follow for the time being and declare elections as fast as possible, then Imran will definitely come back with full force. He will bounce back with his own army generals who will be in place where he wants. So this is a very, very possible action plan which is being conceived by Imran Khan. This also could be possible in Pakistan in the coming days. And the third would be orchestrate a civil war, because he got a huge popular support from the public, where a civil war also can break out. They attack the army will fire, a lot of people will die. So definitely there has to be anarchy. From the anarchy also an election can be declared, where army also will feel helpless to protest. So this is another murky way of coming back to power. So we have to wait and see what is going to develop. Is Imran going to have his way, or the coalition government with the army going to have its way, or going to control the coming situation? So this is a very interesting game which is going to happen. And India being the neighbor and most affected nation, or the most affected people in the subcontinent, we are also very keenly watching what is happening. Nor we are not giving too many comments right now. If you have noticed, we are watching and we are trying to analyze the emerging situations, because this is a very vulnerable time that the army, to attract the attention of the people, or rather to divert the attention of the people from the major issues, core issues of Pakistan, they may also create problems in the borders. They can even create some firing, or they can even pump in more militants into the Kashmir Valley and create more chaos and confusion. This is a very important aspect we need to find out right now, and we need to be alert. But in the coming days, situations are going to be murkier. There is no doubt, because Supreme Court also, if you could have noticed, they asked the coalition government to conduct elections in two big provinces, Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa area, and it was supposed to be held on May 14th. That is, May 14th is just over. So, but then unfortunately, the government didn't do anything about it. That itself is a contempt of court. You can imagine Supreme Court giving an order to conduct elections and the government is just sitting tight over it. So all these are symptoms of anarchy and disharmony between the pillars of democracy in Pakistan. As it is, democracy is a mockery in Pakistan. So, my friends, it's a very interesting episode is unfolding in the neighborhood. I don't know really what to say about our reactions, because either way, Indians are concerned. We are concerned. I personally feel, this is my personal opinion, that a stable Pakistan is better than a chaotic Pakistan for us. Because a stable Pakistan can be negotiated. But a unhinged Pakistan where army go rogue or anything could happen, because Pakistan has got a very major nuclear power which is controlled by the army. As a matter of fact, Pakistan is having more nuclear bombs than India, almost double. And you can imagine the army having the nuclear button with them, not the government, not the civil government. And if pushed to corner, they can use it. Even there is a kind of concern by the world countries that if Pakistan is pushed to the wall, economically they become a bankrupt country. Even there is a probability that clandestinely Pakistan can sell these nuclear bombs with its delivery systems to the enemies of Western countries. And you know who are the enemies of Western countries? I don't have to say that. And especially all these international terrorist groups. Okay, IS, Al Qaeda, they got no dearth of money. All these Sunni Islamic countries are ready to pay for it. So a more potent Islam bomb in the hands of terrorists, that is also a dream of all these Islamic terrorists, so that they can take revenge on US and mostly other Western country powers. So, which again comes to a conclusion from me that Americans finally will not allow Pakistan to drift away to the hands of militants or drift away as a country which is gone to hell. It cannot ever happen, because final analysis, US will have its way and will compel the IMF to give Pakistan enough loan to survive and bounce back, because there is no other way Pakistanis can be salvaged. So this is my take on this whole situation. This is my personal opinion. But my dear friends, please understand the geopolitical situation emerging with this melting away of a nuclear, Islamic nuclear nation, melting away. This is going to be more than what we have asked for. So I'll come back with whatever is happening in the next episode. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Good day.